Where is Sarah Adjoa Safo? That is the question being asked by MPs, some government officials and her constituents. But we are learning the Council of Elders of the New Patriotic Party in the Kwabenya constituency are set to make a decision on the absence. My colleague, Ernest Menu, was in the constituency today and now reports.
The absence of the MP has raised concerns among the rank and file of the party. Poster and editor of the Daily Dispatch newspaper, Ben Efson, has called for her dismissal if it emerges she did not follow due process. Asen Central MP Kennedy Japan has accused her of holding the party to ransom. But in the Kwabenya constituency, secretary of the party, Theophilus Ansalabi, tells Joy News her absence is indeed affecting the constituency. Here's how.
You met me in the office this morning working. That is what I'm supposed to do. So I was voted into power and she was also voted. So if you have been voted, you do what is expected of you. So if you're supposed to go to parliament and represent your people and also visit your constituents and do what is expected of you and you don't do, definitely it will affect them. What we're saying is that we have common, even a typical one is that we have common funds for the constituency, that's the MP's common fund, that deprived people probably have the opportunity to access it. So without you, how do they access it? If it has to be with health issue, without you, how do people deal with it? Because nobody can access your common fund except you. So if you're not there, that means those who the funds are meant for cannot access it. So in effect, probably it's affecting people in the constituency, isn't it?
He adds that the issue has been tabled before the Council of Elders of the party in the constituency after several failed attempts to reach the MP.
As far as I'm concerned, it is difficult getting to her. As far as I am concerned, okay, so I'm speaking for myself, it is difficult for me to reach her as an MP.
How about the executive body? Officially?
We have had consent and we've met with the Council of Elders, Patrons and Dismissal Committee on this same issue, and the key person we have been reaching the MP through is the constituency chairman. We have tasked him severally to get in touch of the MP and get back to us, but getting back to us, he also said he wasn't able to.
The constituents have been speaking. They are sharply divided over her absence and the calls for her dismissal.
On one kasana nisu. Oto aba mani wia uhu ni biom. Oto aba emani wia uhu ni biom. Je elections abe baso. Primaries be baso sa ena waba. That's a habit.
What do you make of that?
In fact, it's very, very sad. Part of Adjoa. But unfortunately, we are not seeing her, which, of course, all of us are very worried.
Well, he cannot tell us emphatically if she should be sacked or not, but he believes that whatever action that must be taken, if indeed she's not attending Parliament deliberately, then that action must be taken. However, he as a constituent is affected by the absence of the MP because she's the one who must represent them, must table their issues before government in order to get the solution that they need, and so her absence definitely affects him. Let me speak to another driver. We are the taxi rank here at Dome. Wafa, what are you saying?
And some fantastic pam if you say nipa and a bonny. What in case you will be so and keep pam say nipa na. If you say nipa na bonny, nipa bonny a yediche.
Okay, say raise issues were mentias because issues in the enye hankwan raise the whole nation. Oh. Yeah, bisa. Yeah, bisa. Young baby, nobody know where she is.
Yeah, mommy, it's no way say Bibia Parliament say pass him maybe I won't address for the whole. But I say, don't can you credit? Any party Obia could think of home. One I be a winning is a mimi huno, Menen Casa.
Who address up?
Last year, Mihuno, December Yamihuno, January Yamihuno. January Mihuno,
is here or whatever.
They say I met like I said the party or in Uncle Baby or Ghana. Any party, what I say,
Okay. Now, he believes that the absence of the Member of Parliament is very worrying, not just at the constituency level, but also at the national level. And in fact, the constituents are very much worried. He says if you just speak to a random person, they will tell you that as for the Member of Parliament, she only appears when there's an election coming up. And so they are very much worried about her absence, or her absence, especially in Parliament. But he thinks otherwise. He says he's seen the Member of Parliament constantly, even this year. They've had several engagements with her, and he believes it's the internal party politics here at Kwabenya that's at play, which is giving a very bad impression of the Member of Parliament. So we move to the house of the MP to find out where exactly she is. The personal assistant who met her said Adwoa Safo is out of the jurisdiction for personal reasons.
She's a third-term Member of Parliament. There hasn't been any time where she has stayed away for so long. So once this is happening, we should, try and understand that there's something very germane that is keeping her away, and not because she's intentionally doing it or because she has some scores to settle with anybody. Even in her absence, there's still work being done in the constituency. There are several developmental projects ongoing in the constituency, from roads to schools, several development going on. So I will find it very difficult if anybody says that her absence in any way is dragging or is pulling back the development that we should benefit from, in the constituency. I find that very difficult to understand.
He, however, accuses some persons within the party of capitalizing on her absence to create disaffection for her.
And also, the secretary, he's not somebody who we would expect. I personally will expect will say something positive about the Member of Parliament because of the relationship. Yes, he's the secretary of the constituency and also a perpetual opponent of the Member of Parliament. So I don't expect him to say.
A perpetual opponent?
Yes, he's always been an opponent of the Member of Parliament. At no point in time has he supported the Member of Parliament. And it's been like that, and we've worked with it until now.
So when will Adwoa Safo be back in town?
Well, as far as in speaking to the E-Levy, it's something that Honorable supports, and when she comes to town, she'll definitely be in Parliament to support him passing the E-Levy next week. All things being equal.
Adwoa Safo will be in town.
Yeah.
And she will participate in the
Surely.